Wait for it.
Huzzah.
1, 2, 3.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
G'day,
We
you
are-
Oh, what a bloody sick bunch of heifers you are. Parade attention! Parade! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Yeah,
I
that's a
could
good one.
just hear the Australian Saw Major saying that.
No, he wouldn't
Yeah.
say that.
No.
I've been watching too many war films, Paul. That's why.
Yeah.
Tim, did you say it was 2 a.m. there?
Yes, it's 2 a.m. here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, this actually works for me, and I'll tell you why. Because Saturday nights, I usually have a nice big pizza for dinner, and what that does is it gets me within an hour of having it. I'm in sleepy land, so
Yeah, you would.
I sleep from like roughly 8 p.m. to about 1:30 a.m. Get up, start getting it ready for the stream, get the coffee made, get the computer set up,
Righto.
and I'm ready to go. If we're starting like at 9 p.m. my time, man, I'm having a hard time staying awake because I'm full of carbs and and I'm all lazy. And I'm thinking about going to sleep. So I got a lot more energy right now than I would when the earlier time is.
Fair enough.
So look what we've got in here. Hang on, guys. We've got Bill just sitting in the background. We've got Plastic, Mr. Terry Turtle. We've got Norman and Scott models. So that's pretty cool.
And we got Ice Queen and Plastic Monkey out there too.
And Suzette. I forgot Sue. Didn't mean to. But have a look at this. We're talking about food just before we went live, guys. Let me share with what Jeff actually cooked me when I was down there in Coffs Harbour. Have a look at this, Christine. Just check that out.
Ooh, now that's good food.
Oh, yeah.
That was great food. I mean,
was that
that's
as good as
why
what we had
I took
camping,
a photo of it.
You ate most of the toast.
Do you notice the parsley there? Beautifully positioned. Yeah, absolutely magical that. So, thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Wow,
So
sunny
we've got-
side up. Yeah.
Look who else we've got.
Hey, Dom.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you.
How are you, buddy?
I'm okay. I feel me better than a couple of days ago. I was a little bit.
Okay, you have a shower just then before you came on. Did you just have a shower?
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell your hair's that wet.
Yeah, I have this afternoon. I have an model building day. We go to the pub.
Oh, okay.
So you have a
Neato.
shower at
Nice.
the pub while building models.
Yeah, what we do there? The model shop, and then we go to the other side of the street, and then you have a little small. Yeah, we say in Dutch steeg, and then you have a pub there, and you can sit there and we have a corner special for the modeling day. Only what you need to
very
do
good.
is buy a drink or something to eat. That is good for the pub, and the rest is free.
Happy days. Well, we're going to start with James up in the corner or in the middle. And, yeah, where is Bill Trap, by the way, Sue? We don't know. He's probably up. Hang on. He has attended. But we'll start with James. How was your week, mate? And what did you get up to?
We've got a massive storm coming through here. We've already lost power to the main house once. So if it happens again, I will lose the satellite feed from the main house. Sorry, just letting you know.
All right. Back
I'd
to
almost-
it, James.
I'd almost call you a communicator after that excuse there, Bilge. But anyway, I finished the. Hang on, I'll change camera.
And Chunk's in there. I did send him the link on Facebook.
Spitfire or Typhoon, James?
Spitfire.
Mark Ryan.
Oh, yeah, so I finished the propeller for the Spitfire. When I did the decals on it, did what one of the guys from Moss's chat does, and he uses that instead of
Oh yeah, they use
microsetting.
Pledge in the States. Same stuff, basically.
So you just need to make sure that you wipe away the excess.
You talk about using that for like future.
Yeah. So instead of how they used to say, you know, give your whole kit a coat of this before your decals, just apply enough for the decal itself, and then wipe away the excess. So yeah, it seems to have worked so far. That's probably the most exciting thing I've done, probably. I am getting there slowly with bits and pieces.
Wow.
I'm trying to.
Nice.
I want this engine, this panel here, permanently glued on, and then I've just got the port side and the top panels off, just for something bloody different, really. I masked and painted the interior colour, the canopies. There and there as such, because obviously they'd be green from the inside.
You're not going to be able to see through that one.
You will, depending what angle of the dangle is. I painted the sky band over the tails section because I wanted to do something for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's been that progression on that so far this week.
That'd do my head in having that landing gear on there so early a stage.
Say again, mate.
That'd do my head in having that landing gear installed at such an early stage. Because I just know I'd break that.
After I glued it in, it was like maybe I shouldn't have. But I was thinking more of if it's sitting on its own landing gear, then the stuff underneath isn't going to get scratched up or broken or things like that. So kind of a two-edged sword with that. That landing gear is pretty bloody thick.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion for next time?
Do it and not glue it?
No, paper towel it. So you just take a bit of paper towel underneath your wings.
Oh, yeah?
That's all you do. Like double up your paper towel.
Yeah.
And you just tape it down, and then it's done and dusted.
Yeah, that won't protect the pitot tube.
No, that won't. But I would wait to put the pitot tube on.
Yeah.
Jason, can I make a suggestion? You should put yourself in the middle like the Brady Bunch.
Again, everybody keeps saying I go on there. There we go.
Yeah, he looks like Alice.
See, you're the big kahuna. You're the one that makes this whole thing work. You know, you're the heart of the operation.
Geez, you guys,
You're like now. If you were the Godfather, you would be at the top of the pyramid. You know, it'd be like this.
yeah.
If he was in the middle, he'd be Alice, and then we could say, "Who the fuck is Alice?"
That's right. I forgot. You're right. You got me on that one, Jeffro. Yeah, I haven't been watching my old American television.
Alice.
See, you clowns are all supposed to be looking in, going up and down. At who's down there, who's up there, you know.
Yep. It's a story about a man named Bailey.
Well, yep, that's it. Who was going up with 8?
No, he was making up a paint of his very own.
Yeah. No, but that's awesome, mate. And we'll go to Paul. What's happening, mate, this week?
Oh, not a lot. I've been.
And Terry Turtle.
Hang on. Wrong camera.
We've got 17 on, guys. Oh, look out. He's got a fleet.
Hey, punch buggy.
Yeah.
We're such a grown-up, aren't we, James?
Totally. If I didn't say it, someone else was going to.
Where's the pinch mini?
I didn't even enter my fucking mind.
Yeah, so the skyline is done. It nearly got binned.
Why's that?
I spilt extra thin on the windscreen.
Oh,
Oh,
how'd you remedy it?
After an hour of polishing, I got it
Yeah, copy that.
Oh, just before you get going, Chunk is in the house, but we'll get to him soon.
off. Yeah, so still working on the Mustangs. Then I started the Volkswagen.
Oh, nice Volkswagen. You going to make it the Herbie car?
Yes.
All right. I've got a. Okay, I'll when it's my turn, I've got something to show and counter to that. So.
Very good.
And that's about it for me.
Okay, and how's Mum?
Good, all fed and sitting down for a night on the TV.
Woo, doggy. Very good. All right, we're going to move on to. Let's go to Matty. Let's go.
How you going, guys? Not a lot to report on this week. Absolutely bugger all, really. I've done absolutely nothing. Except painted this little injector hat, chrome silver. Came out all right. That's about all I've done. That's for the Tirana. And that's about it, mate. That's very, very short this week. Yeah, so and a rim, because the other rim I broke.
No, there's two things.
There's Gary.
Yeah, so I broke another part.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
case
Gary's in the house.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, great stuff, mate. No, thank you. Just amazing.
No worries.
Woo! Did we all
Hopefully
get that?
something more next week.
Did we all get that?
Yep.
Damn. So we just update. We got Norman sued. Harry's in. Plastics in.
Chunk's here.
Yeah, and Chunky joined us. Scotty's in. Don't know if I went Norman. We had 18. We're going up, fluctuating there. We'll go to Heisenberg. Now I've got these photos ready to rock and roll, mate. If you wanted me to.
Yeah, you can show those. That's the one kid I've been working on. I've been kind of going gangbusters this past week. I don't know what it is, but waking up in the morning with all these live chats I'm joining in the UK. So while they're yapping about building models, I'm building models. So this is my this is bench number 1. This is my Nikimo Kate torpedo bomber. It's a quarter scale kit, and I painted the interior to the fuselage interior green color. I painted silver in the interior of the wheel wells and the front face of the prop. You can just scroll through the other ones and you'll see the other stuff I've done. There's I put a gloss coat on the cockpit and the seats so I could start throwing on washes and stuff like that. That's to me Japanese interior green color. What do they call it? I forget what it is. I think it's just called a cockpit green color. I'm not sure, but it works for me. So that's what's going on with the Kate, and that's right old school model. That I don't know when that Nichimo kit first came out. I'm guessing the early 70s by the look of it, but I built it once before, and it's a really nice model. Yeah, that's the engine.
Nice.
Got all the weathering in there with the washes and the silver and everything. So yeah, that's model's coming along really well. I haven't started building it yet. We'll see how this thing comes together. We'll see what it looks like after I get it built. So
Well, the wings look all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The molding is very, very sharp. I mean, it's got. And that is that is not me. That is a photograph of a football game from 1981, and I saw this nitwit with the foam hat on, and I just had to. So as being a wise ass, I just sent it along to you to share. So whenever you think life is bad,
you've got to think of hats.
well, whenever you think life is bad, you can be that guy. So cheer up. Oh, Paul,
Yes.
you're building the VW. So am I. I haven't.
Oh, you built
started yet.
the early one.
Yeah, this one, you've got Herbie the Love Bug. This is Abert the Angry Bird. He's on his
Okay.
he's on his way. He's rolling along the Autobahn. That's one I'm going to be working on soon. I'm also working on figures for this kit. This is for a World War I group build I'm using. I'm part of, and this is coming along really well. I'm working on figures and the Vickers machine gun that goes on the back of it. Very interesting vehicle. I had no idea this thing existed. It's a Model T. It's a Ford Model T the Brits got, and then they modified it as a tank, believe it or not. The Royal Naval Air Service used it. And then lastly, this is the Tiger. Got it painted, and I've been doing some shadow, some shading and highlight work with oils. Love that. Oils are so easy to work with, and they produce great results. Very flexible. And then here we go. Lastly, you probably can't see too well because the light's too strong and it's reflecting like hell. These are the guys that are going to go with the Tiger tank. They're I call them Hans and Franz, and they're done. I got them painted, and they look great. I'll shoot you some photos of that, Jason, so you can see it a lot better. You can't see it on the screen. Anyway, that's me. That's what I'm doing. So I'm good. Thank you.
Hans and Franz, I would have called them Wiener and Schnitzel. But anyway.
Yeah, well, these guys are a film crew. I'll like I said, I'll send you some photos on to your email. But there's the box cover of the Tiger is the original Tiger version when it appeared on the battlefront in late '42, and they had a film crew there for it. And then the damn thing got stuck in the mud, and the Russians took it.
That's a shame.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh,
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Wish I had something exciting. Most exciting thing I have, I could save this till the end, but why not? I got one of these. I got one of these Fords that Jason likes so much. So that's my purchase this week.
What's wrong with that? It's technically not a Ford.
It'll probably sit in my stash for 6 months or something.
No, that feels
technically not a Ford.
Yeah. I've got some things coming from BNA this week. I've got a cockpit set for the Sufa I'm making. I've got some stuff coming to finish my Yard Panther. As far as modelling goes, I'm really just sort of pottering along a little bit. I spent most of the week finishing off the story I wrote about when Jason come down to visit us. So I sort of mainly did that and played golf a few times. Bit better than usual. That's about it.
There we go. Good grief, everybody's had just a flat out week. We're going to go to Dom. Let's go to Dom.
Okay. Last week I was building the motorcycle and he is almost finished. I'm scared. I'll let him fall down. He's almost finished. The front, the shining lights on, the windows on, the lights is on. He's almost finished. Only what I need to do is clear coat this one, and then I can detail paint it. I can glue it in, and then I need 2 parts, but I forgot 2 parts. maybe I told it last week. I'm not sure. There's two parts. It needs on the side of the side panel on the top. I need to paint that first, and I have the mirrors. I have that done. These are the
gauges.
Yeah, the
cluster.
Yeah, this camera is it's not so good. This one is better. This is finished. Yeah, that's it. That is what I did this week. Not too much.
It's looking great, Dom.
Yeah, the motorcycle is really nice. And I need to finish. A while ago, I was starting with the Nissan Skyline. And the Nissan Skyline, I did it in the Outlaw Paints color. I did the clear coat on it. It looks like a splash of snot. And I had a spare kit. Dus what I do now, I make the spare body and do that one on the good for clean. And then another one, I build it as a scrapyard of a barn find or something.
Very good. Yeah, I've got a few kits, mate, that I haven't completed yet. But
yeah, I'd say the least, if not less.
All right, Dr. Bilge.
Look, and Jason, by the way, before you start, I just want to say, Jason, Bilge is in the midst of a storm. And what's he doing? Yeah. He's diligently working away at his model bench. I give him credit. Now there's some dedication.
I think you're on.
Yeah,
Bilge, I think he might be keen on you, mate. He's looking at you like a bit of a hero there. Maybe it's a dinner date.
Oh, well. You know how it goes, Bob. One you knock back, so one you don't get.
So what are you doing, buddy?
I have been working with this one.
Yeah, it's Kojak.
Sinead O'Connor.
That's that one. And yeah, I've just started doing the trying, very desperately trying to do the fine work. But besides that, yeah, not too bad. There's a couple of seams that are still just poking out, but I know where to look, so I can see them. But yeah, no, not too bad. And yeah, work was nasty this week because it was bloody hot. So yeah, but besides that, that's about it, man. I've done 3/8 of F all.
Well done, congratulations.
Bill,
but at least I'm doing something.
Bill, I got a question. Is that supposed to be a United States Army Air Force character?
Yep, Betty. No, sorry, Patty.
Oh, okay. Oh, Master Box. Oh, all right. Yep. Okay.
And
what scale is that? 110?
124th.
Oh, 124th. Okay.
But the thing I've noticed too, if you look at her salute in the picture,
right? You were saying that earlier. Yeah.
Look at that salute.
Yeah, she's doing the Benny Hill salute.
That's a bloody British.
Are you happy with it, bud, mate?
Let me go inside.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
I just
see what happens.
I gave it to you, I thought you might like it. Might have a new challenge to you. So.
Hey, I'm having a go.
And
that's
it saves you getting on Pornhub anymore. You can just take your little figure and.
Yeah, well, there was one seam I couldn't get rid of, and I've been told to leave it because apparently it's
meant to be there.
Naturally correct.
Ah, all right. And very good.
Chunk.
Hello.
Show us what you've done, young man.
Not a great deal.
Nice workshop, Chunk. I like it. Looks great from the camera.
Done that.
Just still doing on the Mustang. Got the wing on. A few gaps. Had to fill a few seams and stuff. But Did that last night. It's been a day cleaning today, so I
It's looking good, looking tidy.
have done it. Yeah, so I've just got to give it another prime. But I did. I went to a camping show. It was meant to be here, and it was the worst thing I've ever been. I just donated $18 to go to it, I think. So I cracked the shits, and then I thought, bugger it, I'm going to go and buy myself a Lego. So I went and bought myself a second because I was that distraught. Then I got this one turned up during the week, which is another P51.
Oh.
That's
a new one.
The brand new one from Edward. And this one, which I was been wanting to get for a while.
Oh, the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that
The
one.
Great Wall Hobby one was it's about $170 here. And I thought, someone said this one's very good. It's a new tool, everything. So
Yeah.
from Academy. The Academy stuff's not bad. I did get something else. What else did I get today?
Edward, Scotty. The Mustang was Edward.
Yes, Edward. Sorry, I've never built any. I've got 3 of them now. I've never built an Edward kit, so everyone tells me they're pretty good. So
Get your own details.
I got a little Ming 172nd tank, Abrams TUS 2. I don't know where it is. Hang on, there it is. Oh, it's a big stretch. That's a big stretch. That one there.
Very good.
Got that one to go on the back of me little 172nd Oshkosh.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so that's about as much as I've done. Yeah.
Very good, mate.
Hopefully, I was going to start. I actually might start doing that little tank and just. But when I paint this, I'm going to have to wait for it to dry. So I'll might start the little 172nd.
Hey, Chunk, how does that Edward Mustang build? How's it coming together?
No, this is a Airfix. This one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, curious to know because I've got an Edward Mustang in my stash too.
Like I said, I've got 3 of them. Now that one I picked up. I had it on pre-order and it only came out a couple of weeks ago. It's during the week. It's the brand new one from Edward, and there's another one too, which I had in the cart and I took it back out because I've got about 12 of them. I don't really need any more Mustangs.
Yeah, I'd say you got your own fighter wing.
I've got about 12. I really do like the new tool, the Airfix one, because it's
I have one of those too.
It's a great kit. But this one's a little bit gappy for some reason. All the other ones, bang, been perfect. This one I've got a little bit of finessing to do. But I don't want to get too mad doing it because I'll lose interest in them. It's been 18 months waiting to do something, so I've got to keep myself motivated. So I'll go so far. If it starts annoying me, I'll just skip past it and paint it. So, but yeah, apart from that, I did buy a little kit yesterday at the local little toy shop, and I don't even know what I did with it. There it is. And I went down there. I thought I was still angry, so I bought the Lego, and then I was still angry, so I went to the little toy shop and I bought that one, which I've never heard of.
It was back on.
Big models. I've never heard of them, but I was talking to Norm in the hangout last night and we looked them up, and it's an Australian one. It's a Centurion
Mark 5.
but it looks like it's like a, you know, when you can pick up a kit and you know the box looks good and you think that's got to be a good kit. But yeah, it's a great photo etch, steel barrel, everything for like $35. So
wow, 72nd scale.
Yeah,
wow, nice, very impressive amount of detail.
Best could Norm looked them up, and they've only been 2022 or something, and they make a lot of 72nd stuff. So they make a few leopards, but like the plastic looks brilliant. Like it's very good. So
yeah, it looks
for $35 to get a 72nd with a steel barrel and photo etch, I'm thinking, well, I had to buy it. So
what sort of tracks do they have on those little tiny tanks?
yeah, these ones have just got the sectional tracks.
probably got one piece, right? Everything's put
Yeah,
together.
they come in a couple pieces.
Oh, they're Lincoln Link.
Oh, okay.
Wow, wow, these
So-
guys are serious.
but it's like for that size, it's better than some 35s I've seen. But I don't know who makes it. We try to look it up to see where they were from. But like even the color book and that, like
That looks Chinese to me.
it is. It's made in China, but it looks like a Ming kit. It reminds me of a Ming kit or a tack-on kit, the plastic.
Mm.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, they've got a few more, so I'll end up probably getting another 2 or 3 of them. So I don't know why I'm buying 72nd, but I seem to be buying 72nd. So I've
Well, you
a
know,
lot
I
of,
was talking about the pyramid connection. I think with all those Chinese model companies, you've got at the top, you've got one company, and I think all the others branch out off that one.
yeah, pretty much, I think. And if not, they'd be just copying it anyway. So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to building. I bought a couple of Oshkoshs. I've got one with the Dozer on it, the 172nd, which is a brilliant kit. I've bought 2 more Tackam ones without anything on them, so I'm going to put a Leopard on one, or the Centurion might go on one, and the Abrams on the other one. So might do a little Dio or some bloody thing down the track. So
Very good, Chuck.
no worries. Beautiful.
Bloody brand, mate. Bloody brand. Oh, come to this ugly bugger in the middle. What can we see, gentlemen? As promised, the bench. Ready. Model.
How?
Ready. There's floor space over there on that side. Where am I? Over here.
Yeah.
Exactly when you have a slow.
It's quick away.
Look at that.
There's a floor there.
Eh?
Super clean.
There's a floor there.
I know it's craziness. I'm worried about opening that fucking door.
Why? What's up? What do you got? What do you got behind it?
Everything.
Like all the kids that were there's still kids here.
Oh, okay. That kind of worry about opening a door. I get
There's
it. Yeah.
kids there. The kids have been picked up here. There's all along the wall here. There's kids all the way from
Yeah.
up here, all the way to the back there, all the way underneath, stacked up to the top on their side. What have I done this week?
Yeah, I'm
I
back.
know, make paint craziness. What else? I made some paint. I got a couple of things in the mail.
Oh, hey, Jason, did you hear from Jim or Ed? Were they going to be here tonight?
No, not tonight. Next week, mate.
Okay.
So I got these. T-pins for the Spitfire up there, the Balsa one.
Well, what do you use those for?
I'll be right
when
back.
when you're laying down your wings or whatever piece of balsa you're working on, you can just put these. You put it on grease. You put the plans underneath the greaseproof paper, and then you lay your balsa on it, and they're like that.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So and as it's instead of the old pins that just had the head on it, and you just shit. These you can twist, pull out. And then I got these from Germany. Eurotool. So
You're a tool.
Eurotool.
I've been called worse. Yeah, I've been called worse. Yeah.
Oh, fiberglass pens.
Yeah, so for scratching.
Yeah, I have that too. Have you the steel ones?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a set of 5 or 6.
Yeah, so there's that one there, and then there's that one there, different diameters, different so you can get your different scratch effects. I hear they're good on Panzers. Just saying, put
What
it
about
out there.
Haslab?
There you go. So no,
I hear they're good on Ritz
yeah.
crackers.
What else has turned up? Oh, I picked up some books. They haven't arrived. Some great old books.
What can you read?
Yeah, mate. I don't need pictures like you. I'm not a stoker. But there's a few more kits turning up as well. But I'll share them next week. And reminding me, guys, the next week we're 12 o'clock, but we're building. Okay, so
okay. All right.
everybody's building next week.
Right.
The first 15 minutes, we can all just head up, everybody have a chat, 20 minutes, get through everybody like we normally do, and then we'll just be focusing on, as you can see, I've got the camera ready to go up there. That'll point down at my bench, but I'll be able to flick through.
I think I'm going to have a hard time concentrating on my work because I'm going to actually be witnessing you work on a model. That's going to be something new.
Don't worry, the novelty will wear off.
But anyway.
It'll be when he actually finishes one. That's the.
That will be
Australian Fred Stanford. Yep.
Oh, wow. Did you boys take funny beans today?
No, you just keep opening the door.
You know what? You guys can take the piss out of me as much as you need to because it's bloody true. And I'm really looking forward to doing this because, well, you guys know what my life's been like for many years now. And it's just to sit down and we can all just have a chat first and then we can start modelling. And people might watch a modelling show.
Nah.
Yeah, I know. What a concept. Yeah. Oh my God.
You know?
Damn, Jason, you have such an original idea. That's incredible.
Mate, but look, you like my t-shirt?
Yeah. Wait a minute, let me read it. I can't read it all. Okay. Harland and Wolff.
Titanic.
Queen's Island. I can't read all of it. Yeah.
Shipbuilders and engineers, Queen's Island, Belfast.
Oh, okay.
So that was they made the Titanic.
Well, then I wonder about that.
They're going down. But anyway.
I mean, that thing hit the iceberg and then it just blew apart. I mean, what the hell? They don't make them like they used to, huh?
No. So I've got.
On their letterhead, it says, well, it was perfectly fine on their left ear.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was okay when they left us. I don't know what the hell happened.
So that's the one I'm putting together with our build as we're doing it.
Excellent. I like that. That's a nice vehicle.
Yeah, it's against my religion, but it's got 4 letters in it. And but anyway,
you know what, Jason? Any old American vehicle from the 50s or 60s, I don't care who made it, they're beautiful.
There's your problem right there.
No, not necessarily. Nope.
100%.
But
anyway, just remember, the guy, the Ford Mustang got its name from the aircraft because one of the design guys worked on the P-51.
Well, then, see, if it was a good one, it would have been called Spitfire, and
there already is a Spitfire car.
There was too, mate. So that's what I'm doing with you guys, and next week, hopefully, I'll have time to add a few more little things and bits and pieces on another kit. But yeah, I'm going to get into that. No, not the Panzer build. So suck me off. Just sort of get that in early.
Yeah, because you'd be too busy on the iPad.
What's the problem with the Panzer?
Jason, I wanted to ask you, how's your dad doing?
Dad's doing a lot better.
He's still riding down a mountain?
That's stupid. I swear, he's just.
Gotta hand it to him.
I do say the apple doesn't fall apart from the tree, like. But damn, it's got to be some distance between him and me. Good Lord.
But he's doing well. That's good.
Yeah, he's doing a lot well. But like for a very, very super intelligent man, I don't understand it. I mean, he should be resting and slowing down, but no, he doesn't want to stop, so it's okay.
Yeah.
The big one is Shannon, as we all know. He just like we were supposed to go to Brisbane tomorrow. No, our local hospital can't get him a blood transfusion. They haven't got a bed for him to stay in at the moment, so we're all waiting on that, getting all that sort of stuff done for the boys. So that's a bit of stress on the household, but yeah, Mrs. Outlaw is starting to decorate the house with Christmas stuff. So great.
Christmas? No, we haven't even got to Thanksgiving yet.
That's in America, Jim.
And we have biscuits with it, and they're not cookies.
Well, then don't you miss out. What can I say?
We have biscuits with our turkey.
It's like having Halloween in Australia. Please, God, spare me days.
And we've had at our equivalent of the name escapes me now. Home Depot. We've had Christmas decorations since the start of September. So
Yeah, that's kind of the same way here, Jeffro. It goes from Halloween to Christmas, and they start both in September as far as advertising.
Halloween's getting more of a thing here, though. It's that when they start putting Halloween stuff in there too, but most of us grumpy old bastards don't pay any
we've
attention.
got an example of Halloween. Jason's wearing his mask right now.
There you go. See, look at that, an original. You know, it was. Look at that again, Jim.
You watch on Boxing Day, Hot Cross Buns will come out.
They're out now.
Oh, do you guys celebrate Boxing Day like Canada and the UK?
Yeah.
Boxing Day is
day
Boxing
after Christmas,
Day,
right?
Yeah, so you got Christmas Day, Boxing Day.
Right.
Boxing Day is the Boxing Day Test match. That's all what that's about. There's nothing else about more than that. Cricket.
Eating leftovers.
Oh yeah. There's day after Christmas. Oh yeah, pumpkin pie and turkey and whatever your Christmas meal is.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're eating
no
ham for the rest of the
pie
month.
here, Jim.
Pardon me?
No pumpkin pie here.
Oh, you're missing out, mate.
No. Who
Fraud
wants
and
vegetables
fraud.
on? There's lollies to be eaten. Lots of lollies.
You can't eat them.
You might have
Yeah.
what?
No, he gums his gummy bears.
We gum them. They last longer.
Yeah.
I want to get some gummy bears. I want to get those THC laced gummy bears.
You know they make those out of pig fat, you know, Jim?
What's that, Jeffro?
You know they make gummy bears out of pig fat?
No, I didn't know that. Now I do.
Yeah.
I haven't had a gummy bear in probably 40, 50 years.
It's a thing.
Well, there you go. Did you know back in the early days in the early 80s in McDonald's, that's what thick shakes were based on, pig fat. How do I know? Because I worked there and there was boxes of pig fat that you added to the milk
Okay.
to thicken it up to become a thick shake.
That's what Mr. Whippy is.
I'm living in America. They didn't do anything like that. It was probably just a bunch of chemicals they poured in there and called it a milkshake.
Yeah, healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sue was saying cold meat and pickles is a hit there under Boxing Day.
Whew. Not me. Sorry. No.
Well, yeah,
Ham and pickle sandwich, nothing wrong with that. Or roast meat and pickles.
ham and pickles is
Just
good. Roast beef, chicken, not with pickles, but
Is that Branston pickle ice cream? I've got a jar of that in my fridge.
morning, Mark. How are we, young man?
Right?
Yeah, for us it would be just leftovers from Christmas dinner. So whatever that is, sometimes it's ham, sometimes it's turkey, sometimes it's pork roast. One year we made a pork roast.
So usually, like for our family here, when we're actually going to the kids this year, it's going to be amazing, first time ever. We don't have to
great.
wash up,
Okay.
we don't have to clean up. We can walk in, eat, make a mess, and leave. How long
Well,
is
is
this
that
going?
what you normally do anyway?
No, I'm the
Usually he's the host.
at our house, and James has been here, and so hey Anthony, Christmas Eve, depending on most of the kids turning up, I'll do 2 big roast porks on a spit. I will do 6 roast chickens.
Yeah, were you cooking for an army?
No, just his
He's got a
family.
big family, bro.
We've got 11
Holy
kids. We've got 11 kids plus the grandkids. plus all the other relatives that turn up.
Okay.
You didn't know he was
So-
Amish, did you, Jim?
No, I didn't know he was Catholic either.
And then I will do a very, very large turkey. I'll do the roast potato, roast pumpkin, onions. I'll have that all set up. Mrs. Outlaw does all the salads, all the meat and cheese platters and the chips. Christmas morning, I get up, slice up salami, slice up the ham off the bone, get 2 to 3 dozen eggs, onion, do a big barbecue, cook all that up. Mrs. Outlaw's already done all the toast and that's on the Christmas table outside for everybody. And then we go back in, do all the presents, and then everybody's pretty much waiting till Christmas afternoon for all the big dinner that we've all prepared, and then by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it's all done and dusted.
Excellent. So, are there any?
I cracked a bottle of rum at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Do you guys have like sporting events scheduled for Christmas Day?
No, Boxing Day test
Boxing
match.
Day, cricket.
Okay. Yeah, our television is filled with professional sports. Christmas Day has become a day of. It used to be you could watch like old reruns of films like It's a Wonderful Life or something. Now the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, they're all playing on. Oh no, they're not the NHL. Scratch that. The NBA and NHL are playing all day on Christmas Day.
Fancy that.
Ridiculous.
That's a new thing.
That's been going on for about 5-10 years now. The NFL's been becoming more and more of a presence everywhere in American life. They want you to know who's boss.
Well, we have no TVs on in this house on Christmas Day.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. That's how it used to be with us when I was a kid. Mom would tell us, we only had one TV to turn off. Back in the old days, when rainbows were black
When you
and
turn
white.
it off.
Yeah. Now.
Oh yeah. Mom said that's it. Turn it off. I don't care what's on.
We've had a tradition now for over 30 years, and I'll go show you what it is. I'll bring it up. But Boxing Day, I don't care what anybody in my house is doing. They could be on fire, need medical assistance. I am up, and I have my coffee, and I have my big screen TV, and do not move me from that position because the cricket is on. I do not move from that all day. People bring me coffee. I literally say, coffee, thank you, and they bring it to me. The only time I get up to go for a feed is the drinks break or lunch. Other than that, I'm on that seat and I do not move. That's my day to just say, done. Unless we're having a Boxing Day test match in the backyard where all the kids we all play cricket. Yeah, the Sydney to Hobart yacht race, Scotty. Well done, mate. So what about you, Dominique? What do you do with Christmas?
With Christmas, we do almost nothing.
Almost nothing.
No,
There you
nothing.
go.
We do no Christmas things. I really simple. I have no family anymore. My mother died. My dad has died. My aunt died last year. Only I have a brother. My brother do nothing with it. My grandmother died years ago. We have no really big family anymore. Only Danielle have family. My dad doing together things, and I sit here with Danielle and the cats and the dog.
Okay.
And we doing we say gourmet. That looks like a little small barbecue on power, and there is a heater, and then you do small pieces of meat on it and other stuff, and then you can eat it.
So
And we do no presents, nothing. That is only me and Danielle. Dus I buy stuff what I like, and Danielle buys stuff what she like, and okay, that's good.
Oh, no presents. Good Lord. So how do you say Merry Christmas in Dutch?
Merry Christmas. Prettig kerstfeest.
Slap a cat's face.
That's what
No.
it sounded like.
P-R-E-T. Prettig kerstfeest.
Cat's
Pretty cat's feet.
I'm going to bounce out and refresh, Buff.
I thought you said slap a cat's face. I'm like, what the hell? Slap a cat's
Uh-oh.
face. Build
I
it
think, we
down.
lost, I think we lost Bilge.
The weather's hit.
Yeah,
Yep,
we'll see him in the
storm.
news.
The storm's hit. Yep. No, I hope it'll be okay.
Righto, Paul. What do you
Yes.
get up to Christmas Day, buddy?
Well, this year it's up to my son's place on Christmas Eve to help him build the play centre that the kids are getting.
From Santa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on Boxing Day, we'll probably go back over it, make sure everything's tight and they don't kill themselves.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you guys, what's the origins of Boxing Day? What does it come from? How did it get started?
When families get together, they get on the piss and they start boxing.
Start fighting.
Don't quit your day job, Jason.
I won't. I don't have one.
Don't know. I used to know the answer to that, but I
Yeah, so
can't.
do I, but I can't remember either.
Maybe someone in the audience can help out with that.
I think it's an old English sort of an origin, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm guessing it comes from the mother country. Yeah. And it gets spread out to, like I said, they celebrate Boxing Day in Canada too.
I thought everybody did.
Nope, not in the States. Nope. The
Okay.
only thing you do on December 26th is you do two things. You either eat more food or you go to a post-Christmas get rid of stock sale downtown in the shopping.
Yeah, we have those too.
Jeffro, we're Americans. We are hyper consumer to the hilt.
Yeah.
We're going
No,
to spend
it's-
money we don't have.
Well, thanks very much, because you've passed that tradition on to us too. So that's a big thing for us. Women start lining up at 3 a.m. outside department stores to buy Christmas decorations for next year.
Okay, I see Penny has been nice and adjacent. Can you put that comment up? The last one, Penny explains what Boxing Day is. Okay, when the rich people give their servants the day off and the rich people give their servants food parcels and boxes.
Oh, there
Okay,
you go.
thank you, Penny.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sounds like something right out of the era of Charles Dickens.
So
Uh-oh.
every Christmas Eve starts off at about everybody comes over normally. Grandkids, everybody's in the house. Starts off 32nd Street, Miracle on 34th Street or whatever it is. I keep forgetting the number. The original.
Okay.
Then we go Home Alone 1 and 2. And the fourth movie, it's the last movie of Christmas Eve, before Christmas Day. And hang on, I'll just get it here.
Yep.
That was our family tradition movie. We watched that every Christmas.
That
from
is every
1990
Christmas has
onward.
been since the movie started.
Always on telly.
It's 45 years this Christmas.
Yeah, so
Pardon me, 35 years. 35 years.
Bloody
yeah,
hell.
so every
Yeah, I
year,
know. Tell me about it, Jeffro. I remember when that
Every
film
year.
came out. I was 25 years old.
Hell.
every year that goes on.
So do you
So
climb the roof
normally-
and fall? Hey, Jason, do you climb the roof and fall off?
No, but I have. Normally every year I've got about 40,000 up to 50,000 lights I put on the house. And usually I start well before this, but as I said, we're going to the kids this year, so I'm not doing the big exterior illumination. My kids and my parents call me Clark. I just think family, Christmas is a great time, and I've tried to instill in my kids and what it's about. It's family, it's getting together, and also looking out for your friends and your neighbour and all those sort of people who just are in a bad way, making sure they're okay. So that's what Christmas means to me. But like, I can just sit and watch the kids and the grandkids all day. Like that's
Yeah.
Christmas. Just watching
Right.
them all.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll tell you, The two best days to be a kid are Halloween and Christmas.
Oh, 3 of the best days and birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But what about you, James? What do you do Christmas Day, mate?
Well, this year we're going to be hopefully on a horse-drawn cart going around Central Park in New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Wow.
Ooh.
Maybe Jimmy will pop over and say hello.
'Cause
Yeah. Sure.
that's where we're going to be. So
You be in New York City?
In the
Yep.
snow.
New York
Well,
City.
maybe, yeah. So
That's Home Alone 2, by the way.
Home Alone 2. Home Alone was filmed right here in the Chicagoland area.
Yep. And they had to
Yeah.
import the snow.
It's Hollywood. They make their own reality.
Yeah. So you could be
But
lost in
normally-
New York, James.
normally it is a family orientated day. 10 years ago, I had Christmas at Christmas Island, where it wasn't very fucking Christmassy at all.
No? Wasn't as
Merry
advertised?
Christmas to you on Christmas
Who did I
Island.
get? Sorry, Nick. Just reversed over you.
You know, if you've never been to hell, just go to Christmas Island because it's friggin', I reckon it's close enough. You're at the equator, so you might as well be going down the escalator down to see the devil himself. It's that hot. So, and you know, it's the only place in the world where crabs completely stops an island. There is a
So,
crab
Terry-
mark every year where you are not allowed to drive a car when the crabs are migrating because you can be fined for driving over and killing the crabs. So that's how exciting Christmas Island is.
Oh,
Are
you
they
could
big crabs or little
bad,
crabs?
sounds like you get a bad case of crabs at Christmas Island. Man.
Yeah,
I want to
Are
practice.
they,
and
are
say
they tasty little fellas?
I don't think they're ones you eat, to be honest.
Ah.
No.
So
So,
I got talking to Jeffro when I was down there. What he does at Christmas. Have a listen to this. This is bloody brilliant what they do every year. They share with the people, Jeffro.
What party are you talking about? You mean a Christmas party?
Christmas.
I can't remember what I told you now. Well, all right. Well, before we go any further, just talking about having to import snow. I read today that in Band of Brothers, when they filmed Band of Brothers, when they filmed the Bastogne episode, they had to have full snow. They had to have snow made out of paper because they didn't have any snow.
I heard that it was
Well,
shot
they did a
in
pretty
a
good job of that.
warehouse. That's what I
Yeah,
heard. I heard
yeah,
it
that's
was
right.
shot
And it's filmed inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they made it look. They did a good job of making it look cold. So
Yeah, controlled environment. They could probably
yeah.
blast in cold air like a meat locker.
yeah. Well, Christmas isn't the same for me as it used to be. My mum used to be really big on Christmas, so I'd go to her place for Christmas. Well, when my mum was alive, my dad was also alive. I lived with my dad, but I go to my mum's house for Christmas, and she'd just go all out. She'd go crazy. Food. She was a magnificent cook, and lots of all the family would go to my mum's place and everything. But anyway, both my parents have passed away, and so what I do now, what my dad started out doing at our house is he had a street party that he started. Used to be in our backyard, but what we do now is we do it out on the street, out on the verge, out the front of our house. And so for about a month out from Christmas, not as many as Jason puts out, but I put Christmas lights out all over the yard. And we live in a cul-de-sac, so maybe up to about halfway up the street, I just get everybody just to come down. Maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks from Christmas or something, everyone just comes down and we just have a few hours of just catching up, and that's really good. Really enjoy that, and that's a tradition we've been doing for as long as we've been doing it, and as long as we've been living here. And we do a Christmas in July now as well, just because we like doing it so much.
Well,
and
then you've got snow coming down in July, right?
No, we have no snow.
No, we're in the
No snow
subtropics.
here, mate.
Oh no, but it's your winter.
Yeah, but we have no snow.
I know.
No.
I know. But
There's an ice cube tray in my freezer. That's about as close as I get.
you get to build a house like the Band of Brothers and go in there and have your Christmas in there.
Christmas Day now isn't as nearly as big a thing. There's only Kath and I here. I've got a sister, but I usually catch up with her a week or so prior to Christmas Day. She goes and does her stuff, and I do my stuff. And since there's just the two of us, it's, we exchange gifts, and we're usually pretty extravagant because we haven't really got any family nearby, so we buy each other heaps of stuff. And rest of the day is pretty quiet, really. I mean, she's a vegan, so she cooks her stuff, and I cook my stuff, and we have a nice little lunch, and that's it. Really, we don't set the world on fire, really. But the big thing for us is our Christmas party that we have for the neighbours, and that's a big thing. We like doing that. Is that what you're alluding to, Jason, or not? I can't remember.
You do a great job, mate. So.
Well, I feel bad not doing it because Dad's been doing it for so long, and the neighbours sort of expect it, and they like us doing it because it means they don't have to do anything. So.
Very good. Okay, Chunk, what about you?
What do I do? Not as much as we used to do when there was a few more of us. Only me, my mother, my sister, her two kids, who are adults now. It was better when they were younger because I used to spoil them. And we got a couple of her friends who we've known for ages. They usually come with their adult daughters as well. So there could be 5 of us, there could be 7 or 8 of us, but my sister is obsessed with Christmas. So, no one else is allowed to have it, so we just have it at her house. My mother's moved down into a retirement village here now, so she doesn't really do it. This will be the first year since she's been living down here. But yeah, my sister, I just give her, I say, how much do you need? And she says, give us a couple of hundred. I give her a couple of hundred. That's my part of it. And she goes and buys everything. Usually I try to cook some stuff before I take it around there, but now it's easy just to go around there early and do that. And yeah, she obsesses like everything. She doesn't do the Halloween because the kids are too young, but Easter, Christmas, doesn't matter. Every time you go there, whatever time of year it is, the whole house is theme set. So yeah, Easter, there's bunnies everywhere. You go Christmas, and we've got the biggest bloody Christmas tree, and it's one of those real flash ones. It's the most incredible Christmas tree I've ever seen. So yeah, that's what we do. We usually just have our pork and chicken and turkeys, and I always buy a turkey roll, and I always cook an extra one, so I like it cold the next day. So I always cook an extra one. So, but my niece loves seafood, so we usually have a seafood lunch, and then tea usually, or vice versa. Sometimes we'll have seafood lunch and a hot tea, or vice versa. So, but yeah, not much. Like I said, when I was younger, when there was the old man was still, but he's been dead now for 18 years. So it's it's just quiet. There's usually might be 2 or 3 of us, but that's about it. So nothing major. I had to show this to you. Showed yours before, so mine's the other and on Christmas Eve we watch Christmas Vacation on Christmas night because it's on the TV. But I've got that one.
Oh yeah.
The original one, the original Wally World.
Wally World.
And I think Christmas Eve down here, I don't know if TV stations are the same, but every year Christmas Vacation's on Christmas night, and Christmas Eve Gremlins is always on.
I've got Christmas Vacation on VHS. I've got Christmas Vacation on DVD. I've got Christmas Vacation on Blu-ray. And I've got Christmas Vacation downloaded, hard copy.
Yeah, I've got the box set of all of them.
Wouldn't be Christmas for me if I didn't watch Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard's another good one.
All right, Bill, I'm just going to quickly go and do a video, and I'll bring it back up of what's going on now. So Bilge, take over. Let everybody know what you get up to, young man.
Well, yeah, used to
Not
do
your
the
model.
usual family thing, but now basically because I'm just a bit of a lone wolf, I just go over to my boy's place and hang out with my granddaughter for the day and watch her open presents.
Yeah.
And remember what it was like when my two were little and opening presents and just enjoy the time with them.
That's a great
Nothing wrong with
thing,
that.
Bilge. That's a wonderful thing. Simple and just real good stuff. That sounds nice.
Yep.
You bring the
Yeah,
dog.
no,
You bring the
I
dogs
can,
with.
I can remember back when I was a kid because living in railway housing, they had like 14-foot ceilings and stuff like that. So you can imagine the size of the Christmas tree my old boy used to get. And not only that, but we'd actually go out and we would cut it down, bring it home, put it in a big 20-litre bucket filled with soil, bit of water, keep it away.
Bill, did you remember to bring a saw?
Oh, don't worry, my old boy had a saw.
Yeah,
It was
we used to
good.
do the same thing.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
that sounds like a great Christmas, Bilge, because Christmas.
The only problem was, come the end of December, the tree starts to die, and all the needles fall off it, and then there's a massive
Oh,
cleanup.
yeah.
Yeah, we had to get it for first of December. We had to go and cut one down, and the goal was to see if it would last until the 25th.
Yep, that was it.
Yep. And we'd go away. We used to go away Boxing Day, camping with the family for the whole of January. And if we never threw it, sometimes we'd forget to throw it out. And we'd come back, and it was just all over the carpet, like the whole thing.
Yep.
It was just a stick. So we made sure we had to.
Oh, then there was me and my two sisters putting all the tinsel up and decorating the tree, and arguing over who was going to go up the ladder to put the star on top.
Yeah.
Because having 14-foot ceilings, the tree was like 10 to 11 feet tall.
You're gonna need an oxygen mask for that altitude.
Where my parents' house, they used to live 150 k's from where I am now, but they had a pretty big. My mother had a pretty good garden, and we had a couple of big, and we used to do all the lights everywhere. And there was a couple of big trees, and I remember I used to climb them trees to get the lights right up top, to be 6-7 meter high. I'll be up the top, draping, and I put them up once and never ever took them down. Never took them down until they eventually just stopped working, and that was it. We're not going to put them up anymore. But we got about 5 or 6 years out of it. Back when you didn't have solar ones, they had to run power leads across the river. You have about 45 leads running all over the place. Now it's all solar. You just don't even have to worry about the leads now. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What's old Christmas lights without a shitload of wire?
I built an actual box with power points in it and waterproofed and everything to plug it in, and then I used to run all the leads out of it, like in the middle of the front yard. So,
I remember a long time ago, there was a bunch of us sitting in the pub at Nelson Bay, and across the road in the park was a great big Norfolk pine. And Jim, you might not know Norfolk pines, but they're a huge pine tree, and the branches go straight out horizontal, and you could climb it like a ladder.
Okay.
And so the council that day they'd spent a whole day putting Christmas lights all around this tree, and there's hundreds of Christmas lights in this thing. So one guy had an idea where he said, I'm going to go across the road and I'm going to get one of those lights. And so he goes, and he had a backpack because he'd just come from work. So he goes across the road with a backpack and he climbs up. There was a transformer at the bottom of this tree. So he jumps up on a transformer and climbs up the tree, and he comes back and he said, what colour do you want? And we said, I don't know, get us a red one. So next minute, red light disappears. He comes back down, he brings it in. Righto, your turn. So we all had to take turns going across the road with a backpack, climbing this tree, taking down all these lights off the tree. And they had this German exchange student staying with them named, I don't know, Inga, I think. And she was really short and petite and everything. And there was this one tree left, this one light left right up the top. And they said, we can't get up there. It's no, we can't get out in that branch. No, it's too thin. No, it'll fall off that. Anyway, so after a while, everyone's looking around and say, where's Inga? I don't know. No one knew where she went. She comes back. I got the light for you. She got the last bloody light out of this tree.
I have seen light.
So she climbed it. She climbed the center of the tree.
Apparently she did. No one saw her did it, but the light was gone.
And she's taking pine needles out of her hair for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Christmas spirit for you.
Yeah, no, we have all the where I live's all there's Norfolk pines everywhere, and they've got a big one virtually right in centre of the town. They used to put lights up every year. Now they've actually paid someone to actually put proper lights that stay all year round. So I'll get a photo of it when it won't be far away.
Our Parks and Gardens crew, they've actually we've got probably a 40-foot Norfolk in the middle of one of the roundabouts in the CBD, and every year they go and decorate it like a Christmas tree.
Yep.
That's about what you should do with stuff in a roundabout. They're putting those things in all over our areas now. Roundabouts are in as far
The
as
Americans aren't very good with roundabouts, are they?
Look, they're,
roundabout way.
Americans are very offensive drivers, so putting people in a circle where you're supposed to yield to the vehicle on the left, it ain't gonna work. The insurance companies are gonna clean up.
When I worked for the council for 30 years, and I used to look after the roundabouts in our CBD, and I used to see thousands of cars drive around me every day, and I used to see so much stuff.
Yeah, there's a shitload of near misses all the time because one car's entering, the other one's not yielding.
Well,
they're coming right at each other. You know, it's just.
I don't know. I used to see a lot of near misses, but I think I probably only saw about 2 accidents in 30 years. But I saw a lot of near misses.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the percentages here in America, so.
Yeah. Well, these are little suburban ones. I mean, you're driving reasonably slow through them. You're not driving like it's not on a main road or anything. So you're not or anything.
Where I live, Jeffro, I'm about 40 miles outside Chicago, so I'm right on the cusp of farm country.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, you go a little bit south and west of me, and it's farm country, Kendall County. So it's all just a bunch of flat land and open roads, and people are speed limit's 45 miles per hour out there. They're doing 55, 60. Speed limits are optional around here. They're fucking crazy, man.
Where I live, there's about 60 roundabouts. Every intersection's only a roundabout.
Yeah, speed bumps are the other thing. Those are big in Chicago.
Well, they're starting to get big here too. They're putting them everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's because people are doing. Okay, you go down a side street in the city of Chicago. It's basically two-way, and you can fit 2 cars kind of close if people drive like normal human beings and work together. But you got people flying down these streets. That's one of the reasons I got out of the city. I just got tired of the noise and the congestion and all the other bullshit. But the traffic was fucking dangerous. I mean, you really were taking your life into your hands as a pedestrian if you're crossing the road and there's a car coming. A lot of people aren't going to stop for you.
I mean, I had some near misses. I should have been dead a few times, but I don't know the amount of years I was there compared to the number of near misses I had. I don't know. I reckon I was.
No, you were definitely well ahead of the game. Yeah.
We I think in Coffs Harbour, we had probably up to about from the little tiny ones, just in little housing estates, right up to the great big ones. We probably had about 60, I suppose.
All right, 9:15. All right then. Okay. Right.
Make it half past. All right. Here we go. So I just did a little video of where it's at the moment. Our house. There's so much to be unpacked. Here we go. Where's play?
Fix the null post.
Yeah, so there's more garlands that go on there. There's green ones that have got lights in them as well. So that's
blimey.
part of the stuff. This is our coffee table.
God.
Glad I've done it better.
Don't hold back. That's awesome.
Holy cow. What
Yep.
size is that television screen, Jason?
85 inch.
Oh, it's just a little one.
More stuff. That blows snow inside there.
Are the tea towels Christmas themed as well?
Yes,
Gotta
they
be.
are.
Yes. It looks like going to, very similar to walking into my sister's house.
It has not even. It hasn't. This is only what she's got up today.
Yeah.
It's only a day's
Oh,
work.
no.
How many more weeks we got to go?
Yeah.
Ages.
Yeah, about a month and a half.
Yep. So as I said, Christmas is pretty serious around here.
Yeah.
I should be
it's
able to
mainly
see the
for-
globe from down here.
with the. It's mainly about the grandkids.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, it always
That's
is.
what it's
Yeah,
about.
it's always about the
Yeah.
little ones.
Keeping the wonderment of it all, and
Well, yeah, you're only a kid once, you know. You got to have a good Christmas as a kid. I mean, I
Yeah,
really
well,
feel
I
for
kept my
people
dream
who
alive. Look at
didn't
my-
have that.
Finish with that.
I try to keep Christmas spirit all year round with model kids. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated on where it's at. And
Good, good.
As
Looks
we
like a
build
nice setup. I'll tell you what, you got enough lights, that's for sure.
no, that's that much.
Oh, there's more to come.
Yeah, my niece, she's got she gets really bad epilepsy since she was like a baby, 18 months old. She got over it, but now she's got a bit of Asperger's and a bit of the autism and everything. But she's moved out on her own. She's not allowed to drive or anything, but she's obsessed with the light. So I've got to go in there. She's just moved into she's in a little flat, which wasn't bad. They didn't have to do much. But now she's moved into like a 3-bedroom old bungalow style house. And yeah, I'm dreading. I'll get the phone call very shortly. So we've got a lot of lights to put up. So she competes in they have a local thing where people they draw a map around where you drive around. There's a couple of streets here where the whole street you can't drive up. It's like a cul-de-sac, but you can't drive up it. You've got to walk up it. And all the people, every house is done. And even there was one person that didn't do it, and they asked him if they could decorate it because it looked bad, one not being it. But they bring out a fire in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and they have tables and kids, and they give away lollies and everything for all the kids, and like it's pretty full on. So, but
We've got a street like that in Coffs too.
Yeah. And they put a donation. They have a little donation tin to put it in. And they buy the lollies and give water and things. Because a lot of people go in and they stay you there for an hour or so. The time you walk around all the houses.
Yeah.
And one old fella's got a huge model railway, and he has it all Christmas themed in his shed.
Cool.
And you go in there and you put like $1 in to go and have a look at it and all that. And like, yeah, it's a good little area actually.
So at the front of our house, we've got a big double garage, and I put a big home theatre screen up there, 150 inches, and put the projector out there. And we're looking at getting Mr. and Mrs. Claus outfits. So I'll be Santa, Mrs. Outlaw will be Mrs. Claus, and we've got a rope off the front area where the kids can come and parents. But it's just too hot up here for that. It's just so hot, like unless that suits air conditioned. Yeah.
You might have to cut the sleeves off it and make it into sleeves and shorts.
Yeah. Santa wearing
episode.
Santa
Yeah,
wearing
like
summer
stubbies
suit.
and a
Dragging
stubbies
the
and a
EHU.
Yeah, that's all you need.
but that's our. So yeah, it's pretty important to us.
Hey guys, I got to go. I need to make me ready for my model building day.
Right,
Hey,
mate. You
John.
have a great day. I've just got your
Take
message.
care, buddy.
Take care.
See ya.
Dominic.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. See you next.
See you,
fortnight.
Don.
See you, mate.
Hey, bud.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, well, so we'll see Dom in 2 weeks because it's a bit. Hey, Richie. Good morning,
Hey,
mate.
good morning, Richie.
Good afternoon.
Is that drop
evenings.
short?
Yeah, so next week is the model building. So kids at the ready.
I don't think I'm going to be able to build because I think I'll be like Jim, just amazed to actually see your skills in action.
What time's next week at?
12 p.m.
Lunch.
Oh, I'll still be
For us to
camping.
get
Or I'll be packing up from camping.
What time are you getting in?
Probably not until dinner time, I would be guessing.
Well, we'll continue it on to the next week as well.
Well, you know what, Jason? If anyone's doing their building when this is on, it's James. He's always at his bench.
That's not counted, Jim. That's like me saying I'm building my tank and nobody ever gets to see it.
Well, Phil, we can do the opposite. We're not going to model next week.
Hello, fuck. Yeah, no, it'll be happening.
Now, this is the only time I model was when I'm in, like I always said, in hangouts or stuff like this is when because I'm usually in a hangout with Norm. So Norm's has a little fun. We go in there and stuff around, talk a bit of crap. And, yeah.
Well, I'll be ready. I've got.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
I've
And
got
I know
two-
Paul will be ready.
I got 2 workbenches to choose from, so I'll be able to.
I'm ready
pick out
now.
which one I
Jeff
wanna
will
do.
be ready. But
I'll be into it.
Jeff will be ready, and Matty will be ready.
I've got to try and figure out some way of doing an overhead thing, but I'll figure that out.
Well, you've got tools. You can build something.
Oh, I'll knock something together.
Yeah.
I've got some gaffer tape.
Well, don't worry, Jeffro. I got the same thing. I mean, you're not gonna be able to see me actually working on my stuff. You'll have to take my word for it because I'm gonna have my all I got is my laptop. I don't have another camera. I'm such a cheap bastard. I haven't bought anything yet.
I've got like an overhead light thing that goes over the top, and I'll just tape it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Duct
good
tape
idea.
figure out something.
Everything.
Yeah.
Duct tape
Okay.
fixes everything.
Yeah,
I'll probably
and-
just reposition my tablet so it's at a different angle so you can actually see the bench.
But just remember, Jeff, bro.
I could kind of do that, I suppose.
But just remember, Jeff, bro. Next week you will have natural sunlight,
I know. It's my favourite time of the day.
but you won't need a light.
Back in the olden days when I used to just look on it, or you, like that's used to be the time when I'd do it. I'd sit down the end of the table and I'd be doing
back.
stuff while I'm watching you. So
When we use candles.
Well, the old Tilly lamp.
There. So
well,
James,
it's pretty good light here at the moment. I mean, it's pitch black outside at the moment. I've just got an overhead light and it's pretty good.
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Chunky's opened up his 172 that he's got there. Let's have a peek, Chunky.
Little Abrams, I'm just going to open the packet, so I'm just going to mute for a sec so I don't deafen everyone. Hang on a sec. What the hell is going on there?
Look at that, he's gone silent on the mic.
Yeah, that plastic. Yeah, that's that can
Yeah,
be very easy.
a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
So fucking noisy.
yeah, it is. I agree. No, it looks like a neat little model.
It does, but
Yeah.
you're going to There we go. Thanks,
Yeah.
that Chunk.
No, it's nothing worse than a rattling bag when you're trying to cut it. Yeah, this is the Ming one. This is the Abrams.
Nice.
And because it goes on, I've got them here. This one's got the tank on it, but it goes on the bottoms of me little Oshkoshes.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Like that. That looks great.
So they're
Nicely
only
done.
1/72, but still one of the best kits I've ever built, even being that small.
Yeah.
The only problem is
Yeah, it
you gotta-
doesn't have to be 35th scale to have detail anymore.
I've got two 45th ones as well, but I've got the Chet one as well. This one here. This is the one I caught on fire in the spray booth accidentally.
You know, you want a detailed 72nd scale kit, buy an IBG kit.
I've got that one as well.
Make
It's a
some
big
awesome
one.
models. Oh, there you is that the
Yeah.
Hobby Boss kit?
Yes, I've got two of these, and I've got two of the Hobby by
Great.
Josh Costa as well. So
Okay.
That's been a Townsville, that one. It's listener's door.
this one, I don't even know where the door is.
Yeah,
This
over
is
the
the one I was
ANZ.
going out one night,
Henry.
and I couldn't get things to. I was trying to do the mirrors or something, and I couldn't get it, and I had it in the spray, and someone in the hangout, so I just set it on fire. So I turned around, grabbed an aerosol can, mucking around, and sprayed in the spray booth, not realizing that my filter was full of paint. And
Far out.
yeah, set the spray booth on fire, and unlucky I had a second kit, and I had to reuse the second kit to put all the mirrors because it burnt everything off it. So yeah,
I
don't do
may
that.
not be a smart man, but I know what love
Lesson
is.
for next time.
Just don't do that. I recommend don't light an aerosol can in your spray booth. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I think that's good advice.
Yeah, don't do that. From experience, don't do that. But yeah, this is a very good kit actually. So yeah, I've got a lot of big kits still to build, and yeah, I've gone a bit plainy. I've got a lot of cars and bikes, and I've been armor and planes lately. So I'm not using a guru. I ask him if he says they're any good, I'll get them because he has every kit known to man.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Well, it's pretty darn good, buddy. Right, so what's everybody got planned for the week?
Work.
Golf.
Excellent.
I got
I
Remembrance Day ceremony tomorrow.
Yep, Remembrance Day.
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, that's true.
Right. That's right. Remembrance Day tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, you go down the street and ask people what's tomorrow, what holiday, what commemoration day is tomorrow, and be interesting to see how many people know what you're talking about.
Old guys probably would.
Yeah, but in the public in general,
Nah, they wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah. Do they have do they have we call them the cenotaph, but do they have like some sort of a war memorial in most towns in the US that people gather at on days like that or not?
sometimes yes. What I mean by that is that there's probably war memorials in every little town, or maybe in one area where locals served and they're commemorated for that service, but by and large, I'm assuming there is, but the fact is that there's just not much recognition of it in the general public in the United States, except for the fact that it's a day off for the federal government, post office, schools are off. I always had Veterans Day off as a kid. We call it Veterans Day. It started out as Armistice Day, and now it's called Veterans Day. But it's never been called Remembrance Day here in the United States. You want to throw a curveball to an American, tell them are you today's a Remembrance Day, and ask them what November 11th means anyway.
Yeah, we don't have a public holiday. We don't. Nobody gets a day off for it tomorrow, but we have our day off for Anzac Day in April. But we don't really have a day off tomorrow. But
well, that's appropriate. That's appropriate for Australia.
Most people stop all the radio stations and places like that, like social media and everything. They might have a minute, like a last post or something. They might have they'll request a minute silence or something to recognise it. And a lot of people just sort of stop what they're doing and just for a minute or so and then get on with their day after that. But like we even small towns here have got some sort of a cenotaph where you put wreaths on things for Anzac Day and stuff. But every town's they'll have a service at ours tomorrow.
There you go.
Usually a few people out.
These are just some images of our scimitars.
Little town I grew up, there's only like 400 people in it, and they've got a fairly big one in the middle of a roundabout.
So right there is just some of the cenotaphs we have all around the country.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of those around the United States, but how many people actually acknowledge it and, are aware of it. Not many. I mean, almost all the World War II veterans are gone now.
Yeah.
So, damn well all the Great War veterans are gone. So it's basically, what's left of the Korean and Vietnam. Damn, man, I tell you, man, and next year is going to make 50 freaking years since the end of the Vietnam War for America. And that was a shitty freaking war. That sucked. That screwed the country big time. There was nothing good that came out of that.
One thing that used to be a big thing on Anzac Day, as I said in April, we have every town has a march where they get veterans and they march for a short distance to the cenotaph, and that's when they have a big service. They have an early morning service and then a later morning service. And so traditionally what you'd do after that, you'd go home after watching that, and then there'd be a big march in Sydney. And it'd be enormous. It'd go for hours and hours, and there'd be every service, every branch, and it's just like when I was a kid, every squadron, every ship had its own group that were marching for it. But now there's just no one.
Yeah.
They're just veterans. There might be a few grandkids marching with flags representing their granddad or something, but it's not nearly the same as it used to be because they're all dead.
Yeah, that's true.
We used to do
I believe at Telford tomorrow they're going to have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I think that's an annual thing for them. I remember hearing some of the guys who were going mention about that. So that's good. But stuff like that is not really. Like I said, it's scattered hither and yon across the United States. I mean, there's always something in Washington, D.C., but that's more for the news newscasts around the country to show what, people are doing in the nation's capital. But, it's more of a cosmetic thing. Not many people really know what this day represents or what it's about. Veterans Day, well, it's about veterans. Well, what does 11 November mean to you? What happened on that day that it came to be called this and this particular day? And there's not a lot. I'm not knocking anybody. That's just how it is. History is not something that's really discussed much in
schools
and in general in the American public. I mean, you could throw. People are not going to know what the hell you're talking about.
It was taken out of it. Quite a lot of it was removed.
Yes, and that's not necessarily finger pointing at people and blaming it on ignorance. It's just that times change and what people are aware of is different. I mean, you want to throw an American a curveball? Ask him what year 9/11 occurred. Ask him what year.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm just saying.
No, I think that was one thing that blew me away, the amount of history that's been not passed down to the younger generation in the schooling system.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's actual curriculum taught in schools in the public school level, but even when I was a kid, social studies and things like that, it was the basics. If you wanted to really study that kind of stuff, it was more of a curriculum you chose on your own, maybe in your university days. But as far as like high school, you could have certain particular like geography and modern world history and things like that. But in grammar school, it was just we called it social studies. I'm talking, 50 years ago, guys.
Social studies. We had social studies, and history.
Social science, man.
I still remember going back to primary school and going back to Jeff's point on Remembrance Day and that, and Anzac Day and the marches and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
You prepared every year, and for Anzac Day, and you were excited because you had some sort of knowledge. It was taught to you in school about what happened and why this day is important. and why it's important to remember this day. It's being taken out of the curriculum mainly in Australia, a lot of it.
It's more important to learn about your rights as a furry.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and they wonder why people go back to war because they don't learn from history, because they haven't been taught the history.
Or it gets censored out like what YouTube does.
Yeah. Like, how, it just blows me away. It's
a different world.
Well, if we ignore it, Jason, then it never happened. It's not a problem.
I was managing a Woolworths petrol station, and it was an Anzac Day, and this young woman came in looking like she'd been to an op shop to get dressed, and she couldn't afford proper hair care, and she'd just been raped by a unicorn. And she came in and I said, "Oh, would you like to buy Jason. Would you like to buy a Anzac pin?" Why would I want to buy a pin that supports murderers? I'm like, I just couldn't. There was people behind her, and she hadn't bought fuel. She hadn't paid. She's just coming to buy a drink, and I just said, "Did you want to buy those?" She said, "Oh, yeah, of course I do." And I said, "Well, not in my store. Get out." I just sent her out the shop.
That thing about
wow, I'm surprised
censoring
you didn't
things
come back with an army of lawyers.
That thing about what you said about censoring stuff on YouTube. I was watching something today. It was a documentary about the BAR automatic rifle that the Marines used in World War II.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the history of it and everything. And they actually had it in World War One, which I didn't realise. But anyway, so they were talking about that. And when at the start of the thing, they had a thing where they had some Marines and they were in Guadalcanal or somewhere, and they were walking along, and some Japanese ran across the river attacking them. So they shot the Japanese, and it was pretty graphic. They shot the Japanese and they all fell dead. And then these three Marines got together and they started talking about this BAR, right? So then they got out on a firing range. And, what happened was they said, okay, now they got out on a firing range and they said, okay, now we can shoot this, but we can't put it on fully automatic because even though YouTube can show us shooting Japanese, we can't put it on fully automatic in a firing range because they ban the video.
Oh, that's right, Jeffro. Were you there? Were you watching the night that I got kicked off the podcast?
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah, with the Mauser, with my dad's old Mauser rifle. Yeah. Violated community standards.
You rebel.
I know. I was in YouTube jail for a minute there.
That was unbelievable.
In operation.
Well, I learned my lesson, but Jeffro, going back to the BAR, that thing was around World War I. You're right. It was John Browning was the maker. He also came up with the 30 cal and the 50 cal, the Madus, which is still used today. And the Browning, friend of mine's uncle was. He was a BAR in New Guinea. He fought in New Guinea and the Philippines in the U.S. Army. And he carried that BAR. He usually fired it himself. You could put it on a tripod, but
he must have been a big guy because they were pretty heavy. I think
they are.
Pounds
and you better choose your targets well. That's only a 20-round magazine too.
Yeah. But so they had this. It was like a little mini film of going along, and they shot these Japanese, and it was fairly graphic. And then they said, okay, now we could take this out on the drive on the shooting range, but we can't put it on fully automatic like we just had it just a second ago because that violates YouTube rules.
It's an odd.
Bloody stupid.
Yeah, it's an odd combination of things. Like for instance, here we cannot have a Nazi flag. You can't display it. But you watch Mark Felton videos. Anybody watches Mark Felton productions? Yeah. There's what do you see on there? Like 90% of what he does is about the history of the Nazis.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because it's historical content, so he can do it.
Yeah.
Oh well, you know.
Yeah.
We shall not be moved. No, but on that happy note, guys, we'll wrap it up and we'll catch up with everybody next week at 12 o'clock. Bring your best pace, your best model, your best skills. And yes, I will be building. So
that is going to be the main event.
Yeah, it's going to be worth coming just for that.
Yeah, Bill, I hope you don't have a storm or any kind of electrical problem because I think you deserve to be here too. Witness.
That's all right. I can always watch it back later.
Anyway, to everyone and your families, Remembrance Day, don't forget it. It's an important day, and everyone celebrate, or not celebrate it, but mark it and commemorate it in your own way.
Lest we forget.
Exactly. Bingo. Thank you, Jeff. Perfectly stated.
They shall not grow old as we are left to grow old. They shall not weary.
For the going down of the sun and in the morning.
We will remember them.
Shall remember them.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget. Righto, gentlemen. Thank you, everybody in the chat. It's been amazing. I hope you've hit like or whatever that crap thing is, that algorithm thing. Jeffro, I'll call you tomorrow because that part 2 on Facebook, if you go to Jeffro's Facebook, is up. Brilliant story about the trip away, so you can catch on that. But again, 12 o'clock next week here. You guys all take care. Thank you again, everybody in the chat, and catch us later.
Okay.
Bye.
Good at it.